With the end of Season 10 closing in on us in less than a month, what are your strategies you plan to pull out in order to hit your desired rank? Comment down below to let us know. For me, I usually grind way more than I have all season, like 20 games a day. I'm just nuts. I usually isolate myself to become super focused and I neglect all my responsibilities. You know, chores, homework, schoolwork. Okay, I'm kidding. Don't do that, guys. It is really bad. Responsibilities come first. League of Legends can wait. But for today's video, that is what we plan to talk about. 5 tips you guys should use in order to make your end of season climb a little bit easier. Making guides is always a pleasure as it allows you guys to learn and gives us here at GameLeap the opportunity to teach you guys all the knowledge we know that we've acquired over the years as challenger players. So use the link in the description below to get 50% off your membership for more guides just like this one, as well as ones that are way more in depth. We're talking champion matchups, advanced champion spotlights, and more. So what are you waiting for? Hit the link down below and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Our very first tip that we're going to give you guys is one that is very common that many people consistently neglect over the years simply because they enjoy typing. And you guessed it, it is muting all. To mute all, you simply can either just type /mute all when you're in game, or you can hit escape when you're in game, go to interface, scroll down, and take off the check marks when it says enable team chat and enemy chat all chat. You don't need any of those chats because 90% of the time, or 99% of the time, people do not type anything useful in the in-game chat. Only in high elo, I only see about less than 50 players in all of high elo time summoners, and those are the most useful tactics. Most of the time, they can communicate what they need to communicate through just pings, and that is all you really need. Another reason why you should mute all is because if you know that you do not have the self-control to not permanently type to your teammates, or you know that you get tilted and you'll type to your teammates, it's better to just save yourself the tilt and save you tilting your own team by just disabling your ability to type messages into the chat. I'm not gonna lie, the reason why I do enjoy the interface disabling my chat is when you do type in a message, Riot will give you an error message saying you have this feature turned off and the message will not send or be shown to your teammates. So to me, I use that feature as I type all my toxic things into that chat, hit enter thinking it'll send, get the message that it won't send, and I still feel better because I feel like I typed it and it just gets it out of my system. Another strategy you can do is what I do, where I just say all my tilt out loud. I make sure that I keep my tilt sayings at like a PG level so the people that are outside of my room, such as my mom and my brother, don't hear me going, "Oh my god, I hate this guy, he's so bad, he should get banned," and a lot of other stuff that I should not be saying. But if I say that too loudly, then the people outside will hear. So use your own volume, be mindful of it, and make sure that you do mute all in order to not tilt your teammates and to allow yourself to focus purely on the game. It's all about League of Legends, not keyboard warrior. The second tip I'm going to recommend is watch replays after every game. There are plenty of ways to watch replays, whether it be using the League client or using lowkey.gg, which is a recording tool, using OBS to record yourself, or any of the apps or features that are available to you that can record your own gameplay. What you can do is when you're in the middle of queue and you're queuing up, you can just watch a replay and go look at all the things you did wrong, all the things you did right, and it allows you to learn from your previous game while you're going into the next one. The best thing to do, however, is make sure that you do not tilt yourself by looking at the same bad play over and over and over from your last game. I've recommended this exact same tip to some friends, and I swear to God, one of my friends just constantly looked at how bad his support played, and instead of cleansing his mindset before going to the next game, he got even more tilted. It was just insane to watch. I don't even know why you would even do that. You put yourself at a disadvantage before you get in game. Like, what? But in all honesty, please use replays. They are a very beautiful thing that we are given. We're allowed to watch our own gameplay. We're allowed to see our mouse movement, our decision making, and you can just realize when you're looking at a third person perspective that like, wow, this play that I made was either really good or wow, this play that I made was god awful. Like, why did I ever make that play? Now that you see yourself in a third person's perspective. It's kind of like a coach looking at his players. As a player, you look at the play, you think it's good, but it turns out to be bad. But if you rewatch it as a coach would be like, no, this play was bad from the beginning. I don't know why you guys did this. So use the replays, make sure that you are learning from your games, and don't tilt yourself from that game moving on to the next one. Tip number 3 is excel at 3 champions. You guys have heard this before. Every guide person or every high elo player has told you this exact same tip. Excel at 1 champion or excel at 3 champions, no more, no less. These 3 champions are the main core reason as to why you will climb, as you will understand those 3 champions at a very high level. These 3 champions will be able to carry you to ranks that you've never even dreamed of, because you simply start focusing on more champions like, oh, I want to expand my champion pool. Oh, I want to learn this champ, that champ. Oh, hey, a new champ came out. I'm going to play Samira because she looks cool. No, you want to pick 3 champions that you really want to excel at if you want to climb at the end of the season. What this allows you to do is it allows you to focus on these 3 champions and hone in your mechanics completely on these 3. Make sure that these 3 champions are diverse, such as if you are a top laner, make sure you have a tank like Aura in your back pocket, a carry like Irelia, and an AP top laner like Sylas or Kennen. For jungler, have the same concept where you have a supportive jungler like Lilia, a damaged jungler like Rek'Sai or Rengar, and you have a tank jungler like Sejuani. If you want a mid lane champion pool, then you can go for mages such as Orianna, you can go for a burst mage such as Syndra, or you can go for an assassin such as Zed or Diana. If you want a bot lane perspective, then you can play either Jhin for the long range, you can play Ezreal for the safety and versatility, and you can play Lucian for the all-in. Support goes the same way. You can play an Ardent champion like Lulu, a tank champion like Blitzcrank, or a very passive support champion such as Janna, who has a lot of peel, or something in between like Taric, who is a Ardent at the same time is an engaged champion that has a very good game-changing ulti. So excel at 3 champions, look at your champion pool or your champion ocean, and then minimize it to 3 champions that you know that you are going to be really good at. Work on them, watch replays, watch pro player VODs, and then just go pop off on these 3 champions. This is a very, very important tip in order to climb, not even at the end of the season, but just a general season and all. But I want to say this right now once again, so you guys will have a good mindset or a good idea of what you need to do. The 4th tip is going to be only play when in a good mental state. You'd never want to play League of Legends or compete in anything when you don't feel at your best. And if you're feeling a little bit down, a little bit mad, it's best to just take a break for 5 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and go for a walk, go watch some TV, go watch some anime, do something that allows you to reset your mental state in order so you can go back to League of Legends at a calm mindset so you play at your optimal state. You don't want to play when you're tilted and just rage queue, because that just means you're going to be tilted for your next game and you're going to be more prone to accepting an FF15 or an open mid. It's not good for your mental, and just because you start winning a little bit after you're in a bad mood, trust me, it won't help. You'll feel a little bit better, but overall, if another game goes bad even after a 3-game win streak, you'll be right back to where you started and the game just won't feel good. You won't learn anything. You will only go off result-based thinking. What that means is you won't learn anything because you're going to be so focused on the fact that if you win the game, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I knew I was playing good. I know I'm playing insane. But just because you won doesn't mean you played well. What if you actually had just a significantly better jungler and you weren't the one that actually carried? You have to think about all these things, and you have to think about everything you did good as well as everything you did wrong. Playing in a good mental state is extremely important, as this is the psychology of competition. For the last tip I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to give you one of the most important tips. So if you stuck around this long, you should be able to win a lot of your games with this last tip alone. Look up your lobby the moment you get into it. Whether you use Porofessor, use OPGG, U.GG, any of the sites that allow you to look up your teammates in lobby and champion select, you need to use it at the end of the season. The reason being, we're all human. When we're at a crunch for time, we will start playing a lot of things like we don't normally do. We're going to be playing as if we're trying to rush to the finish line. We're going to be hasty. We might get tilted a lot easier because we're feeling pressured. What that means is when you look up your lobby, you can see the people who are on a win streak, who are actually performing really well, are in a very high mental state, and they're going to play their absolute best. And you're also going to find the people who are also on a big losing streak, who are tilted because they're thinking they're running out of time for getting their desired rank in solo queue, and they're going to perform a lot worse. You have been in both of these states. Don't kid yourself, you've been both of these people. So when you enter your lobby, simply highlight all the names on your chat when it says X person has joined the lobby, copy paste into op.gg, Porofessor, any of the sites, and look at how they've been performing in their last few games. It'll usually give you a 10-game sample size, and it'll tell you how well they perform, their score lines, their champions. Another good thing to look at when you're op.gging or looking at their champion pool is, do they play the champion that they locked in? Let's say you have a Hecarim one trick in the jungle and he blocks in, let's say, Ivern. That is not good. That is a big sign that you should jump ship and dodge the lobby. Dodging is also going to go hand in hand with our 5th tip, because if you know that your lobby is doomed, where your lobby has a really bad synergy comp or a person who's playing a champion they don't play, dodging will save you LP and boost your MMR. Don't be afraid to dodge, guys. Dodging is a very, very useful tactic that I recommend to everyone. So on our last tip, once again, you want to look up your lobby, see if it's good. If it's good, perfect. Play it out, win some games. Or maybe learn something from it if you lose. Or if the lobby looks doomed, jump ship, dodge, forget that game ever even happened because it didn't happen, and then wait 5 minutes, go get a snack, go use the bathroom, drink some water, detilt, watch more replays as you have more time for that, and then queue back up when your dodge timer is up. Use these tips in order to climb at the end of season because you guys know that you want to hit your desired rank. You don't want to be that negative person who starts running down all the games simply because you feel that time is of the essence now, and you know that if you don't start winning a lot, you won't ever reach your desired rank. You have 1 month. That is minimum 30 days for you to reach your desired rank, and hopefully you guys will reach that. I already have my own journey of hitting 650 LP Challenger, as that'll be my new peak. But I'm going to be working on that using these tips and my own personal tips. You guys can use your personal tips and these tips that I've given you today. Once again, making guides is a pleasure for us, and it allows me to teach you what I know. So use the link in the description to get 50% off your membership, as well just to get videos like this one. I'm talking champion matchups, champion spotlights, more psychological ideas that you need to get in touch with, and that you guys need these tips in order to hit these super high ranks. You might not need me, but you're gonna need the tips. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and comment down below of the question earlier of what are your strategies that I have not said in this video, and post them in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys reach your end of season rank. Good luck, summoners.